Music is loud, y'all. Hello, hello, hello. Happy Friday. Happy Friday. I'm gonna start out letting you guys know that I want you to look at the legs move. Watch the legs move. Get up and move your legs. Move with a purpose. Move, move, move. Get to it. Move those legs with a purpose. Move those legs with purpose. With some sort of goal. All right? Whether it's mental, emotional, and of course, physical. Get those legs moving. And keep moving. Keep those legs moving. Keep moving consistently. And be persistent about it. Each day of the week is fine. 7 days a week for at least 30 minutes. At least 30 minutes. Listen, if you're just starting out, you know your healthcare situation, your health, and the concerns that you have. You know your body, you and your healthcare team. So you may have to do 15 minutes and that's fine. But I think they all, doesn't matter who the doctor, who he or she is, I think they recommend at least 15 minutes at minimum. Because what if you're running late or you got some things to do, you really just can't get that 15-minute in. At least you've done about 10. Come on now, 10 is the bare minimum to start with for anybody. You're just starting. Of course, it depends on your health issues and your personal situation. So that's why we always give a disclaimer over here in Lions Pride, Let's Walk and Talk. So always consult your primary healthcare provider. Providers, maybe with an S, because that can include your primary doctor, your general doctor, the general practitioner, your MD, family MD, physician's assistant, nurse practitioner, any specialty doctor that you may see, right? If you've had injuries in the past, maybe you have a physical therapist, an occupational therapist, and we know, look guys, we know it's all, not all, but a lot of it, depending on who you are, maybe even half or more of it is in the diet. So listen to your nutritionists and your dietitians. And if you are having trouble with weight loss, let your doctor know. He'll give you some pointers, but he can also set you up with some people who can help you. Listen to your weight trainer, your fitness coach, your psychologist, your psychiatrist. That's your healthcare team. And I tell you guys all the time, your healthcare team forms a circle around you. I call that circle an atom, and you are the nucleus of that atom. You are the most important part. So have open lines of communication with your healthcare team. Whether you got 1 in the team, 3 in the team, 10 in the team, have open lines of communication. So that can help get you on a positive path. We're doing this hill. We ain't playing with this hill today, okay? We're not playing with this hill today. We're walking with purpose, okay? We're not playing with this hill today. Hill gives you that incline. That incline. You need that incline. I'd rather run up the hill but to get it over with. But we're gonna walk it. Walk it. When I have my phone, I don't like to jog or run because a phone, you know, you hit the wrong little pebble or anything, just stumble. You don't even have to fall. That phone can go everywhere. Phones cost too much to tear them up, right? They cost too much to tear them up. So we're just gonna walk like we do every day. We've already done our exercise for today. Truly already got our cardio in. But I come on here with you guys because what do? I consider my workout routine like my meals, right? My meals. The warm-up is my appetizer. The workout is my entree. And my cool down is my dessert. Now come on here and have a second cool down with you guys. Almost daily. Almost daily. The goal is daily. But you know, sometimes we get busy or we get stuck doing something, taking a little longer than we anticipated. And we could honestly do it at night. And sometimes we do go into the night. But I don't want to get started at night. If we're walking at night, I want us to be wrapping up, not getting started. Because you know you want to practice safety first. Even if you're in an area that you know, keep your head on a swivel like an owl, okay? Okay? Pay attention to your surroundings. Utilize all of your senses. Something doesn't look right, okay? Sound right. Smell right. Sometimes the smell can be so bad you can almost taste it, right? Because all of that's connected back there. Okay? Doesn't feel right. Pay attention to your surroundings wherever you are, no matter what time of the day it is. I heard you, little lady. Keep your head on the swivel. So move. Anything I do or say over here, do so at your own risk. Because I've already told you guys what. To consult with your primary healthcare providers first. I don't think that they'll mind you just, you know, taking a little stroll, a little walk does anybody good. But when you want to do more, consult with them. And if you go to your checkups regularly, most likely you know what is okay for you to do anyway, right? You know how hard you can go when you exercise anyway. Because I bet you one of the first things that your doctor asks you at your appointments is, have you been exercising? What have you been doing? When he says, what's up, what's going on, how you been? I mean, you can tell him about little Jimmy and the band and all that stuff. But he's really wanting to know, have you been exercising? Because if you don't focus on that, he's going to ask you, how do you eat? How's your appetite? Do you eat a lot of sweets? He's going to ask you those type of things. So that's really what he wants to know. How have you been? What are you doing? So just have that open lines of communication with each and every healthcare provider that you have. And so we move with purpose. Some days we go a little bit slower than others. But most days we try to move with purpose. But as long as we're moving, because see, I've already done that 45 minutes of cardio earlier. So as long as we're moving. There's so many ways to move and to keep moving for 30 minutes straight. The freest one is the walking, jogging, skipping, marching. Pull those knees up. Pull those knees up. Okay? Focus on those joints. Ankles, knees, hip. Right? So walking, skipping, jogging, sprinting, running, Those are free, right? Or make a one-time investment, a long-term investment into a what? A bike, a stationary bike, okay? So that when the weather is bad, you have your cardio equipment right there with you. And all you need is just one stationary bike, treadmill, walking pad, elliptical, mini stepper. For long-term cardio, I don't really suggest a stepper, because if you're applying the resistance that you should be applying, it's going to be working you. Working, you're going to want to take your time. Otherwise, you're going to need some help with some straps and bands and stuff. I don't like the straps and bands. We're going to work these legs, okay? We're going to make sure we're putting in all the work. All right? That's why I don't use my bars on my elliptical. Rarely do I use my bars on my elliptical. Now, if your goal is to lose weight, then using those bars will help burn some more calories. But my goal is fitness. And whether it's weight loss, whether it's to get your mental in check, your emotional in check, your spiritual in check, it all boils down to fitness. It all boils down to fitness. People say that your health is your wealth. You guys know what I say over here. Your health and your fitness are your wealth. So wherever you are in those stages of health and fitness, we want to improve, or at bare minimum, at least maintain, okay? You want to improve, or bare minimum, you want to maintain. Hold on. Okay, we had to plug up that phone, y'all. We had to plug up the phone. We had to plug up the phone. But just watch the legs. Watch the legs move. Okay, we had to plug up the phone. And the cord is acting crazy, y'all. So, one or two things. Actually, one of three things. New phone, new USB cord, or new battery pack. And it is time for a new phone. But let me tell y'all something. I'm not one of those people that runs and grabs a new phone as soon as my phone starts to act up. No ma'am, no sir. No turkey, no ham, no him or her. I don't do that. Because they cost too much. We talked about that earlier this week. Phones cost too much. They've been around long enough now that the cost of a phone should not be the cost of someone's rent, the cost of someone's monthly rent. I don't care if it is a one-time pop. Some of these phones are so expensive that they have to put them on payment plans. It's no way in the world. What does the phone offer? You need to talk on it. You need to receive calls. You need to make calls. And I know it's 2025. You know, you want to go on social media. Okay, that still doesn't shouldn't mean that a phone should be the price of rent. And in some cases, most times mortgages are lower than rent, but by the time you pay the cost of a phone, you feel like you've paid 2 mortgage payments or a mortgage and a half payment or a monthly payment of rent. What's having a cute phone gonna do for you? What's it gonna do for your finances? It's gonna kind of hit your pocket. So that's not good. It's not gonna feed you unless you use it as your job. And so if you're using it for your job, no way a phone still shouldn't cost you $1,200 to $1,500. That's crazy. Thank you for that thumbs up. I appreciate you, whoever you are. Thank you to anybody who has come through here. We're trying to get it in real quickly because we're on the move. We got some more stuff to do this evening. And I've been trying to get back a little bit earlier. Past couple of days, I've been a little bit later. So it won't be dark when I finish. It'll still be daylight. It'll still be daylight. What do you guys have planned for the weekend? What do you have planned for your weekend? Whatever you have planned, make sure that you've got some plans for you, okay? And when I say plans for you, I don't mean just the typical plans of having fun and, some of us work on the weekend, okay? But when I say have plans for you, I mean some self-love, okay? Have some time, space out some time, create some time over the weekend. Do it today. Do it today to love on yourself, treat yourself in some way, form, or fashion. So if you're off over the weekend, maybe you got a little bit more time than you do during the week to kind of chill out. And the time for yourself can be as simply relaxing, okay? Simply relaxing. Hey, Stefan, bro, you're early today. I'm glad to see you. Make sure you space out some time for yourself this weekend, okay? Even if it's just getting some relaxation, getting some rest, rejuvenating. How you doing, Stefan? How are you? Stefan, I just got done saying, it's time for me to get a new phone. A new phone. Either my phone is acting up, or my battery pack is acting up, or this USB cord. I mean, not this, USB cord. I think it's the cord. I think it's the cord, because I finally found some cords that work really, really well. So I've had them for a really long time. It seems like the cords like this, not all of them, but from this particular company that I get them from, they seem to work better. They seem like they work better. There was another, I used to like these, the other cords, the polished ones. But it seems like they wear out so fast. I think next week I'm going to walk on my treadmill when you live. Okay, Stephon. Yes. You want to walk on your treadmill while I'm live? Bro, yes. Walk on your treadmill. You going to come on the live? You going to come on the live one day with me? I'm being nosy, y'all. I'm being nosy. You know I gotta be nosy. When I see something, I don't know what's wrong with this thing. It's got to be the cord, I hope. Because like I said, y'all, yes, I do need another phone. I have had this phone probably maybe over 2 years. So, like I was saying the other day, you guys know how they do. They make these phones so that they can last about 2 years. And next thing you know, you got to get another one. They make them so that they last about 2 years. And then the next thing you know, you got to get another one. Ain't nobody got time for that. With the price of these phones, they should last 3-4 years minimum. 3 or 4 years minimum. Stephon says, if we walk on it live, it's going to be about country. Look, bro. Look, we can do 2 lives then. I can do 1 live. Because, if somebody comes in here, some of them like Lakeitha, I think Bird, some of them know about him. Some of them know about Country Wayne. But the other people, they'll be like, who are they talking about? So that day, I might do 2. Or it doesn't matter. You know what? Because if they don't know, I can still walk once that day. Because usually I exercise in the morning anyway. So this is my second go around. So they won't know they'll learn who we're talking about. Hey, Shawanda. They'll learn who we're talking about. Welcome to the chat, Shawanda. Shawanda says, hey, everybody. But yeah, I think it's this port, this charging port. Because it's acting crazy. Acting crazy. So the traffic is here, so we're just going to keep marching. We're going to keep marching. I'm trying to hold it, act like it's going to cut off. But we're going to keep holding it. And I just got to get some new ones. Bon says, hey, Shawanda. Shawanda, you in these YouTube streets again? You in these YouTube streets again? I watched quite a few people today. I watched them for like a few minutes. I stopped by a few people that were live. And I caught a few video uploads. I tell you one thing. People will certainly email you. Like, I only want people to email me for one reason. One reason. Let me go this way. Because I don't know what's up with that music. Business. Business purposes only. Business purposes only. Business purposes only. My friends are right here in the chat, okay? My friends are right here in the chat. So what y'all cooking today? Is this free for all Friday in the kitchen? Y'all just gonna wing it? Are y'all just gonna wing it today? Do you have a special meal planned for today? What you got going on for today? Oh, when she got mad. You mean when she got mad, Stephon? She had chain with Rick Ross. Yes! Talking about it was a picture of Mike. I saw that lady. That lady crazy. And you see, why did Mike call her crazy? I was like, Mike, bro, don't do that. He was the one that reminded Hope not to call the lady crazy. And he called her crazy. Look, when Mike called her crazy, she just turned right around with that ugly look on her face and left. And the way she was walking down the hall was crazy. The way when Mike looked down the hall, she pissed off with Mike. She pissed off with Mike. Yeah, but that's what I'm saying, Stephon. Remember when Hulk said that's crazy? He really wasn't saying it. He wasn't saying it in a bad way at all. He was just talking. And he said it a couple of times, and she was like, told Mike, to make him stop saying it. And so then, I think he said it a third time. He said it a third time, and she didn't really gripe. She said it a third time, and she didn't really gripe about it. But she did not like it when Hulk was calling her crazy. And she was looking at Mike like, correct him, stop him. So to me, she has a problem with somebody calling her crazy, but she doesn't have a problem calling people crazy. Make that make sense. You know how they say crazy people are only as crazy as you know that they are? Like, yeah, because they're crazy, doesn't mean they don't have sense. They just have certain hormones that are just more active. That are just more active, I guess, or not so much. Because she sure did call Hulk crazy. So that means she definitely knows. Well, she knew the definition. That's why she didn't want them to call her crazy. But it's the audacity for me. You got the audacity to call somebody else crazy. But that word rubs you the wrong way so hard, so much that she had to literally, he called me crazy. It was like a little kid, like, her response to it, like, stop it. Like, don't do that. So she knows what it means, yeah. But she had the nerves to call somebody else crazy. But that's how people, you know what, Stephon? That's how people are in real life, though. They can do something to somebody, and it's not a big deal. But if you do it the same thing to them, it's a problem. It's a problem. They can do it, and it's not a big deal. But you can do it, and it's a problem. She wild. She is wild. She is wild. She is wild. I'm like, okay, yeah, she definitely got some issues. And I'm glad that Kendrick didn't get mad at Mike. Because I think Kendrick is like, I'm not even going to get mad at you, bro. Because I told you. And now you're going to have to find out. Plus, you got all this other stuff going on. You're going to have to find out. Plus, you got all this other stuff going on. What Thea mom and Brittany mom disagree on, I haven't seen it yet. Just how Amber should handle her marriage. Of course, Brittany says, Brittany had to intervene and say, I am the divorce attorney. But honestly, Brittany and her mom don't get along, but they agree on the fact that Amber should leave him. So Mama Nat was saying, Brittany's mother was saying, nah, divorce him. He showed you his colors. She was talking about the fact that she had been through a divorce. Everybody here had been through a divorce except Amber. And Mama Brenda was like, no, not so fast. Let them work it out. Let them, if Amber, Mama Brenda was like, yeah, we all have had divorces, but you're supposed to try to save your marriage. A marriage is serious. So you're supposed to try and save your marriage. And so today, so that was their disagreement, but they were cool. They got okay. So Mama Brenda is like, leave that alone, stay out of her business. Let her decide what she and her husband are going to do. Mama Nat was like, divorce him. Mama Nat wanted to throw some hot grits on him. Yeah, Kendrick is a real friend. So if, what? For people to start calling Mike out on his stuff, he's going to have to cross Kendrick. Because I hate that Rashad told Hulk, and see if something happens, it may not even be Hulk. Because so many people are after Mike, so Mike does need to calm down. He needs to, had he not touched Bama, had he not touched Hulk's girl, Mike needs to calm down. Because see, Mike is doing stuff that they're not even showing us. Because do you remember the Ring camera that they're talking about? The guy that's looking for him, the other guy. I don't even know. Well, I know Frank. Who did they say in the barbershop, Stephon? Bull. Okay. Frank has his name, though. Frank fake tough, though. I think Frank is tough, but I think Frank is kind of, how like you're an OG and you're a little bit older, a little bit more mature, and you can get tough and you try your hardest not to. I think that's what Frank is. Because Frank keeps throwing up the name in his girl's face too, Mike Bliss. Who is Mike Bliss? So, so Frank wants to know who Mike is. Bull, and I don't know who the heck Bull is. That's right, it was Bull. I don't know who the heck Bull is. So I'm thinking that's something they didn't show. So who is Bull? I know that he was on the ring. They caught Mike on the ring camera with his girl, or leaving his girl's house. or maybe even Bull's house. So that's what I'm saying. Mike needs to pump his brakes. But it starts to get hard to empathize with Mike when he's not listening. We know he's a grown man, but being a grown man still doesn't give you the right to just wild out, and do the things that he's been doing. Being a grown man still doesn't give you, and I know a lot of people would say, well, Mike is not tearing up their home. The women are tearing up their own homes. But as a man, as an adult, with adult reasoning and rationalization, Mike should know when to keep his hands off. It's like if they say they're married or have somebody, it's like Mike didn't even hear it. It's in one ear and out the other. It's in one ear and out the other. He cozies up to him. So I don't want him to get hurt, but he walking around the house with a bat. I mean, but at what point are you loyal? And I know all those guys in the comments talking trash about Rashad. If it was their homie, they would feel the same way Rashad would. They would have some degree of resentment. Maybe not to the degree that Rashad did, but they would have some degree of resentment. And now you got some guys, that's just their clique, that's just their circle, that's how they roll. It's like toss it up. Whoever gets it, gets it. Pull the straw. Whoever gets it, gets it. But they're, the way they go, the way they roll, that's not their relationship. When Sonny comes back, ooh, ooh, ooh. Look, Stefan, they good for some pregnancy. They good for a good pregnancy storyline now. Well, not a good one, because they don't know how to maintain good ones. But they good for a pregnancy storyline. Grandpa said he's slow. He got to be something. You know what? I watched an old skit of him and Ro, when Ro caught him talking to Amber, and he was supposed to be with Ro. Those old skits have been popping up lately. But there's two channels, right? You got that old channel, that other channel. They got just as many subscribers on the other channel now. They got like 400 plus some subscribers. So people been watching it because at first they didn't have that many. So they've been showing old skits on that other channel. And then, the regular channel, they got about the same number of subscribers. I think it's probably like, they got a little bit more on the current stuff. Yeah, we need Amber Baby for some, exactly. I'm going to mute for a second, bro. Hold on, y'all. Got some music. You sub to 3? I think I'm sub to 2. Both of them got like 400K. But I've been seeing other people, who do commentary on it. Those channels, a couple of those channels have come through my feed. But I don't watch those. I don't watch those channels by other people. I don't watch those channels by other people because I don't want them giving me any more thoughts. Because when stuff gets crazy, I already be mad. When stuff gets crazy, I already be mad. And I already have all these different ways things can happen in my own head. So I ain't trying to listen to all these other people that's doing content. And if you notice, it's like more and more channels are starting to do content on it. It's like I already got stuff going through my mind. I don't need all that extra stuff. Going through my mind. Shoot, it's hard enough trying to figure out what's going on. It's hard enough trying to leave comments that make them, push the storyline along. I know I be leaving comments to try to make them push the storyline. All of us do. All of us leave comments to try to make them push the storyline along. Hey, Aris B. Hey, Lunch Pride in chat. Happy Friday driving, so I'll come back when I get home. Okay, Aris B, be safe. Thank you for stopping in and saying hello. Be safe, be safe, be safe. I'll probably be on here another 10 minutes. Then I got some running around to do. I had to get back to being a little bit earlier because I was being late past couple of weeks. I don't mind walking at night. I walk at night sometimes when I'm not on live. Me and my family or my friends. But when I'm on live, if it gets dark, I like for it to be like when I'm finishing up. And Bob says, you tell it good when it makes you mad. Bob says, hey, Arisby. Bro, I be so mad. I be so mad at them. I be like, can y'all please speed up this storyline? Like, what's going on? You know, I like to watch the positive stuff or the funny stuff and might be funny. You know, it might be funny. And, you know, him being single, it's okay that he loves the ladies, but it's the ladies he's loving on. You know, that's male or female. It's okay, men, when you're single, it's okay to love the ladies. You're single. You don't owe anybody anything. You are not obligated to anybody. So it's okay to be single. But when you out here wilding, you got to make sure you're wilding with single women, okay? You need to be out here wilding with single women. You don't need to be out here. It seems like every woman that gets in Mike's path is either married or has a boyfriend. So if you're a single man, it's okay to be wilding out. But don't be wilding the wrong way. You got to wild the right way. You got to wild with all the single ladies, all the single ladies. The single ladies need to put their hands up so Mike can know who's who. But guess what? Sometimes people like to do that. Y'all, this real life talk right here. Sometimes people prefer to deal with somebody who has somebody else. One, because you're just low down. Because if you do that, you're just low down, especially when you know. But two, because they don't feel like they have to be obligated emotionally or financially. And women, yeah, talking to us women too, okay? If you're single, it's okay to wild out a little bit. Just know how not to wild, okay? You're single, so wild with single people. Wild out with single people. DX almost got kidnapped. Who behind that? Who? What's her name? Aisha? Asia? Aisha? Aisha or Tamara? Which one you talking about, bro? Because Aisha trying hard to get D back. Look, let me tell you something about a woman. D brought his ex. It's so crazy when you got 2 or 3 exes that want you back. It's crazy when you have 2 or 3 exes that want you back. Tamara right now doesn't want him back yet, but Aisha wants him back. When she found out that he brought Tamara that studio, she threw that food in the garbage. That sounds like us ladies. Honey pot. Oh. I think it's probably Dawn. I don't know. Maybe not Dawn. It may be the business guy. Cause you know he's between a rock and a hard place. He told Dawn it was Vegas. Had he just told the truth, then Dawn would have fell back because it would have been D. He told Dawn it was Vegas, and then he just got through talking to D's mother. But he knows it's D. They talked about D, but she didn't say that D was her son. So that's crazy. He just need to try to call them together. They got this little organization or whatever they got going on. He just needs to try to call them together. But you know, he's done so much dirt. Calling them together probably won't work. He probably already knows that calling them together won't work because that man sounds like he's done a lot of dirt. From the way Angela, D's mama, talked, she was like, she know all his business, all his tea. I think he's more afraid of her than Dawn. But, you know, he's probably just as afraid as Dawn, because Dawn was on the phone at the time. But all he had to do was say his name. All he had to do was say D. Because if I'm not mistaken, I think D told his dad something about he was trying to get into some real estate. I might be wrong. But I thought I thought he said something to Don about doing real estate. But that still doesn't mean, that Don figured it out that he's the one that's buying up the West Side, or trying to buy up the West Side. So I hope it comes out. And I don't know what's going on with Don and Dee's mother. I know both of them apparently are in this organization or in their own organizations of some sort. But like some people in the chat were saying, not that they'll get back together or anything like that, but maybe he can be good for their relationship. Dee saved her in time. See, I gotta watch it. I haven't seen that part. I think the last one I watched was Mike and Kendrick's cousin. Yep. See, guys, you just move. Just walk. Walk and talk. We walk and talk. This is what we do over here in Lions Pride. That's why it's called Lions Pride. Let's walk and talk. Because if you can walk and talk, you're doing great. And if you can just walk, fine. Don't talk. Just walk. It's walk and talk. So if you can walk and talk, you're doing great. If you just can walk, you're doing good. And listen, some people can walk and talk and they don't want to talk because they're focused. They're remaining focused on what they're doing, task at hand. It's just like when you work out sometimes at the gym. Let me tell y'all something. It's so funny when you're at the gym. You got people who are on a mission. Their goal is to come to the gym, say hello to everybody, they walk in, get in their zone, and that's it. And you got other people, they get it in, they get it done, they get gone. You get other people, they're just basically fake exercising, walking around the gym, seeing who they can scoop up. Or sometimes even not that, just being nosy. And then sometimes when you're trying to focus, you always got that one person that's gonna come up to you talking about something you ain't even trying to hear it. You're not trying to hear it. So it's so funny. There are so many different things you can see at the gym. You got people who are really, really trying to work out. They're really focused, driven, dedicated to what they're trying to do. Their goal, whether it's weight loss or staying fit, getting some mental release. Then you got those standing in the mirror. Stefan, they standing in the mirror. Look, the lady standing in the mirror looking like, oh, that one over there, he's cute. And I ain't saying they ain't fit now, they be fit. But they looking to see whose attention they can get. They're looking to see whose attention they can get. And the men do the same thing. The ones who aren't just like dedicated and driven and focused on their goal, they just go to walk around the gym and flex their muscles, get some attention, get the ladies to looking. They all in the mirror. And then you got the looking out the corner of their eyes. Then you got the ladies. They do the same thing. They looking out of the corner of their eyes to see if that guy that they've been seeing for the past 2 weeks is looking their way. Now, if you still putting in the work, that's all good. But if you just standing up there and you just going because that's like your party spot, you need to be ashamed of yourself. You need to be ashamed of yourself. Get to work. Get to working out. Get to work. Because look, when I say you can go out there, you can do this at home. It's just about moving. Keep moving. You can find ways. There are so many free ways that you can do something, right? Before I get off here, I've already told you guys to contact your healthcare providers and have open lines of communication with your healthcare providers. Don't try to compete with your neighbor, your sister, your brother, your mother, your father, okay, your children. You are you and they are they. Look, you are you and they are they. I said, you are you and they are them. Y'all know I be acting silly, but you are you and they are them, okay? Or they are they if you want to say they are they. So compete with the person that you were before, okay? Compete with yourself. The day that the workout that you did the day before, try to improve on that. The week before, the month before, the year before. And sometimes we backslide. Just like they talk about at church, backslide. Sometimes you backslide on your eating, the way you eat, your eating habits, your shopping habits, your gambling habits, a lot of habits, even your exercise habits. So compete with yourself and come back up to where you need to be so you can continue to progress, okay? So you can continue to progress. and it'll be all good. It'll be all good. Compete with the person, compete with yourself, okay? The person that you see in the mirror. And try to improve that person's health and fitness. Again, they say your health is your wealth. I say your health and fitness are your wealth, right? Because those numbers, the blood pressure can be great, cholesterol great, all the numbers great. But when you go to Walmart, do you try to park as close to the store as possible because you don't want to walk? Do you say, well, I'm walking the store? Do you go to work and say, well, I walk at work, so I ain't trying to walk in? Okay, but you're at work. You're walking for a reason. You're not really focused on your walk unless you're walking during your lunch break or before you get started or right after. When you're at work, you might be walking a lot, but you're focused on your work. So next week is supposed to be real cold. Yep, it is. I heard across the country, Stephon. So make sure that when you're walking, you want to use your mouth and your nose if you need to, but definitely pull in through that nose, okay? Pull in through that nose and that mouth. Some people do better with both. Some people say they feel better just, nasal breathing. So take some deep breaths in and out. Deep breaths in. Deep. Pull in that oxygen. Pull in that O2. Out. Release that CO2, that carbon dioxide, and all other gases and all the other stuff. Okay? Release it. So deep breaths in. Pull in that O2. Pull in that O2. Let the carbon dioxide out. Okay? Let that waste out. Breathe in and out. Just like when you go to the doctor's office. He says, take a deep breath in. Think deeper than that. Deep. Then out. All right. So whether you're exercising for your weight loss goals, your fitness goals, your mental health, your emotional health, spiritual health, it all boils down to your health and fitness. All right. So I got to get out of here a little bit early today, guys, because I got to catch somebody before they go somewhere, and I told them I would be there. So you guys know what it is. Don't let bother people bother you, okay? Because they're going to try. And don't you bother anybody either. See, we got to be able to own our own faults and flaws. We're human. It's easy to call out somebody else's flaws, but I'm more of a person who likes to notice my own and work on my own first, okay? Work on my own first. And if somebody asks for my help, then help them work on theirs. But we all should be working on ourselves first and foremost, right? We know God comes first, family comes second, But you got to put yourself first sometimes so that you're able to continue to take care of your family. I always remember, I'm going to always tell you that. Of course, we jump, we run. It could be 3 a.m. If you got to get up for whoever, you're going to get up. It could be friends, right? You're going to get up. But remember to try to get as much rest as you can and put yourself first sometimes so that you'll be able to continue to put them first, if that's how you feel. Because some people say family first, So think of it as 1A and 1B. You got to make sure that you're trying to take as good care of yourself as you can so that you can put them first. Stephon says, good night, great chat. Thank you, Stephon. I appreciate you, bro. Arisby, if you're still listening, thank you for coming by and saying hello. I hope that you're home by now. So I'm about to get up out of here. Y'all know what I wish you. I wish you peace, positivity, and prosperity, okay? Don't let people stress you out. Don't let bother people bother you. And do not, if you find yourself in a misery lounge, get up out of that lounge, okay? I know they welcomed you in, had on those sheep clothing, gave you some dinner, gave you something to drink, eat. You got comfortable, put your feet up, and was watching the big screen TVs with an S. And all of a sudden, they start to unzip those sheep's clothing, and the wool started to come out. And you're like, this isn't the place for me. So remember, leave that lounge, leave that spot, leave that place, and go back to your own home, your own spot, your own lounge, your own place, where things may not be perfect, but you control the environment, okay? You control the environment, right? That's your ecosystem, your home, your lounge, your place, your spot, your platform. That's your ecosystem. All right. And you have a better say over things being all equal, okay? You want to have equilibrium. You want to have equilibrium. So I will see you guys on the next Let's Walk and Talk in Lion's Pride with the Lord's will. That will be tomorrow. So y'all come on in tomorrow. Depending on what this weather is, you know, if it's inclement weather, I'll probably be on the elliptical, okay? If it's inclement weather, I'll probably be on the elliptical, or it just depends on how busy I get. I might take a break. It's okay to take you a break. One break is good, okay? One break is good. So thank you, Stefan, bro. I appreciate you for always supporting, always coming in. And we got to see what day we're going to do that. We're going to get you on the treadmill, and we're going to walk, and we're going to have our discussion. So thank you guys again. I will see you guys on the next in Lion's Pride. I'll say that, in Lion's Pride, for the next lesson walk. Okay, for the next Let's Walk and Talk in Lion's Pride. Bye, y'all.